Holy Gospel of Jesus Christ according to St. Luke. At that time, so many people were crowding together that they were trampling one another underfoot. He began to speak, first to his disciples, "Beware of the leaven," that is, the hypocrisy of the Pharisees. There is nothing concealed that will not be revealed, nor secret that will not be known. Therefore, whatever you have said in the darkness will be heard in the light, and what you have whispered behind closed doors will be proclaimed on the housetops. I tell you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but after that can do no more. I shall show you whom to fear. Be afraid of the one who, after killing, has the power to cast into Gehenna. Yes, I tell you, be afraid of that one. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 small coins? Yet not one of them has escaped the notice of God. Even the hairs of your head have all been counted. Do not be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. The Gospel of the Lord. In today's Gospel, Jesus warns us to beware of the leaven of the Pharisees, which means hypocrisy, pretending to be something we are not. The Pharisees appeared holy on the outside, but their hearts were far from God. Jesus reminds us that everything hidden will one day be revealed. In other words, our true thoughts, intentions, and actions will come to light, if not in this world, then before God. This message is very relevant today. We live in a world where appearances often matter more than truth. On social media, at work, or even in our communities, it's easy to pretend, to show only the best parts of ourselves while hiding our weaknesses or sins. But God sees what is hidden. He knows our hearts. Instead of worrying about what others think, Jesus calls us to be genuine, humble, and honest before God. Jesus also says, "Do not be afraid." We often fear people's opinions, rejection, or failure, but Jesus tells us that the only fear we should have is the holy fear of turning away from God. He reminds us that we are precious in God's eyes, so much so that He knows even the number of hairs on our head. What this means for us today: be genuine, not fake, in your words and actions. Do not fear others' opinions. Trust God's care and guidance. Remember that God loves and values you deeply, even when life feels uncertain. So today, let us choose truth over pretense, faith over fear, and remember, we are never forgotten in God's eyes. If this reflection touched your heart, subscribe for daily gospel reflections and share it with your loved ones. Wishing you a day filled with peace, kindness, and God's blessings.